Hey guys, we're back. We're going to take another look at the SNG. This time I want to break it down for you and show you the guts and what makes an SNG tick pretty much. This is the hinder takedown tool. You don't necessarily have to have it, it just makes the job a lot easier. Strider puts Loctite in here, and they say that the heating it up with some kind of soldering tool or a little like a heat gun with a nib on it will break that Loctite. I've never had any luck, but maybe because I wasn't using the proper tool. Since I've had this tool, I haven't had a problem. And there's other people. I think his name is Bill Hyde on Blade Forums has made one. He also makes a breakdown tool for the Omnums, but you can see it's a spanner to get in this little pivot. Well, yeah, I guess I'll take the blade out first. You see the back of this has the little hex, and I haven't taken this apart since I've had it, so you can see I've already broke the Loctite. You see there's not really nothing to it when you have the proper tools. You see how big that screw is for the male side and the female side. Get this right. So there's your pivot. And it's beefy. Kind of clean this stuff as we go. You can see how broken this is, how shiny. So that just helps the action smooth out. And there's the blade out, obviously. I'm just going to kind of clean this stuff as we go. And you can see they put their detent hole all the way through the blade. They say so that way it can you can't get dirt in there and plug it up. Then all of a sudden the blade's just swinging open because of that was full of dirt. But none of my other knives, have the hole that goes all the way through, and it's never been a problem. So it might just be overkill. You see the washers. Bronze phosphorus washers, and it's always funny, this one, and I don't know why, on every Strider I've ever had, I don't know if you can see that crack, they come cracked or cut, and I'm pretty sure it's intentional. The only thing I can think, it's almost like a lock washer, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what his purpose would be. The only thing I can think of, dig in and not slide around, but it seemed like you'd want a washer to slide around. Get that action a little better. So anyways, let's get to the handle. The handle breaks down with this part of this hinder tool, and it has the female side and the male side of the screw. There's really no need to go this far, but I will just to show you how Strider mills their G10. Because I do this one much like I do the Sebenza, if you've ever seen that video. I just take the blade out and kind of wash this and blow it off and make sure it's dry. And then just slide the blade back in there. You don't really have to take the handle all the way down, unless it's just you're bored or something. Or maybe you got it really messy. So you'll see where this kind of has knurling on it and will bite into the G10. Almost like they're not quite toggle bolts. I don't know if you like sheetrock. When you put a screw in sheetrock on the bolt, the female part expands in there. I guess it would be like a toggle bolt. But anyways, it's one large piece of G10 that they mill this handle out, and you can almost see the milling marks in here. And here's the female parts with the knurling. And here you can see what I'm talking about. When this screw goes in here, it expands that barrel bolt, and this knurling catches on G10 when it's inside the handle. But this is why this knife is so light. The fact that most of it, especially this one, is thin, and I really don't have to take these out. It's not wanting to come out, so I'll just leave it. And you see this is relatively thin piece of titanium here. And then all these, the double gunner, I guess you'd call them scoops. And then the whole other half of the handle is just a piece of G10, which just weighs nothing. And if you're watching this, you've probably seen the SNG review where I was talking about this notch here is the sharpening choil, and that how it's the blade stop. And I'll just show you what I was talking about a little better. You can see if the pivot was in here and the blade comes down, you can see how it stops right there. So that's the blade stop. That's what I was talking about. The G10 comes down underneath here. But like I was saying, if they knock this down a little bit, brought this screw up here, then the blade stop would be hitting right here, and you could have this sharpened edge come all the way down. Excuse me, we're still fighting off sickness in this house. So anyways, gotta hurry up and get this puppy back together. Going on 10 minutes. Well, I might have to split it into 2 videos, because here's something else I want to talk about while we have it apart. You can see the lock bar face. See how that titanium's kind of molded to the tang, and it only contacts the very, very bottom. See how there's light at the top half? That's designed like that. And that's why Striders are a little sticky out of the box, like out of the Ziploc bag, however they ship them. Because you only have this corner, this very corner, digging into this tang. And for a while, it's just that, corner digging in there, and it sticks. But after, it depends on how hard you throw it open a couple times. And Strider even recommends that. They call it setting the lock. And what that does, or just over time you using it, say, because you don't want to throw your $400 or $500 knife you just got. But it does help. But if you don't want to do that, it will break in and mold itself over time. And what I mean is this titanium actually molds to the tang here. So it actually puts more surface onto the tang.